conversationalist, right? Okay? So why am I doing this? I want them to feel really good on me because I promise nobody else in that whole networking event talked about them. They're like, hey man, here's the card, buy my vacuum, right? Okay? And they're just trying to, sales pitch everybody. They're looking for a deal, and I'm talking about you. Oh man, that's incredible. You have a family? Great. What's your wife do? Awesome. Hey, listen, it was really, really good meeting you. Hey, by the way, you got a card? Okay, let me grab that real quick. By the way, here's one of mine. Okay? They hardly ever ask what I'm doing. If they do, I'll tell them, and then I'll switch the conversation back to them, and I've got the what? I've got their card, and that card is going to go where? On the list. Right? Does that make sense? I'm not talking about Primerica. I'm not talking about anything. I'm not trying to get you interested. I'm being interested in you. So when I call you tomorrow, I'm like, hey, Franklin, it's Ian. I met you at the networking event 2 days ago. Remember me? He's like, oh, yeah. He feels good about me because I made him feel good about him. You get that, right? So here's what I say to him. Say, Franklin, listen. The reason for my call, I just want to get on your schedule later in the week and have a coffee with you, listen to this phrase, and talk about how we might be able to help each other grow our businesses. So as far as us getting together, what's better for you later this week, Thursday or Friday? He's at a business networking event. He's trying to grow his business. So what am I talking to him about? Growing his business. How am I going to help him grow his business? Listen, if you're working this, if you're going to talk to 60,000 people in a decade, you think you're going to meet some people he might want to meet? Absolutely, right? Okay, so I'm in. That's it. Hey, Ian, I'm not interested in that Primerica. Hey, Franklin, listen, no problem. You might not be. I thought you maybe wouldn't be interested. I still want to get to know you a little bit more and see how we might be able to pass each other referrals. So when can we get together? They're not going to say no to that, y'all, right? Okay? They're not going to say no to that. So church, I would also lump this in with kids sporting events, right? Kids dance team. These are people that you're going to have a repeated exposure to through a mutual interest, right? Okay? So these people, I use very much the same process with. I'm going to talk to them about them, form, right? Family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Right? And I'm just talking to them about them. What's your name, sir, in the green shirt? David. So I meet David. David is a soccer dad. I'm a soccer dad, right? I'm talking to him about David's little son, Timmy. I'm like, man, your son's pretty good, right? Okay, so man, you got other kids? I see you here with Tim, but you have other kids? Okay, how many do you have? 3, awesome, very good. And you're married, I'm assuming? Okay, does your wife ever come to the games? Is she busy working maybe, or? Okay, what's she do? Doing retail, okay, awesome. So you probably get some great discounts, right? Wear out so I can hit you up for that next Sunday. Okay, right, so I'm talking with them about it, right? I say, hey, what do you do for work? He's not sure, right? Okay, right? You're in sales. Oh, awesome, phenomenal. What do you sell? Sell TV services. Great. How long have you guys been doing that? A year and a half? Awesome. What'd you do before? Okay, so working in that industry. Awesome. So what do you love about what you're doing there, man? It sounds exciting, right? Probably do something new every day. Okay. Awesome, perfect. So that's something you really love. Anything else you like? What else is like rocking you right now there? You love it. So you can't really hear what he's saying, but what am I doing? I'm just having a conversation with him. Right? Hey, Dave, what do you guys like doing for fun, you and your wife? All right, I'm just asking him questions, right? Okay? And sooner or later, he's going to ask me, well, what do you do? All right, what do you do? And I'm going to tell him again something like, well, I help people fire their boss. I help people make money. So they say, well, how do you do that? And listen to this line. Okay, say, listen, I don't really like mixing business and personal, but maybe we'll trade information. We can talk at some other point about it. So anyways, so you're saying you like going to the beach. What's your favorite beach? Clearwater, awesome, very good. Right, and I'm just back on him. Now listen, so I'm talking to him all about him, right? Okay, if he asks me anything, I'll answer, but I immediately defer it back to him, right? Does that make sense? And so before I leave, right, and I'm not just gonna talk to him for an hour and be like a weirdo, right? I'm gonna talk to him for a few minutes, right? And then before we leave, I say, hey, David, hey, you got your phone on you? Okay, hey, listen, I'm gonna text you my info so you have it, and I'll have your info. What's your cell? And I just text him, hey, David, Ian Pruckner, and then I screenshot it and put it in my notes, and that name and number goes where? On the list. So I didn't ask, hey, what's your number, man? Right? Okay, I just, hey, you got your phone on you? Great. I'm gonna send you a text with my contact info so you have it. Right? And now he's got mine, I've got his. I'm not necessarily gonna follow up with him right now, but what am I doing? I'm building the list, right? Y'all understand that? Okay? So that's church, that's any sort of repeated exposure, okay? So let's go and look at Steams, right? Y'all know Steam, we don't have time to go through that. Client referrals, y'all know how to get client referrals. John has a great system on that, okay? Facebook ads, again, what are we saying to them? Hey, been a long time. I was actually looking for your phone number, and I either lost it or never had it. Here's my cell. Hit me back when you get a moment. And just add them as they come in, right? Okay, and then out and about. What are you saying to people out and about? Okay, there's a lot of different things you can say to them, but if they're working, right, and they're serving you, chances are their life is not very pleasant, right? Okay, because in business, the further away you get from the client, the more you make. Who's making more? The McDonald's CEO or the McDonald's crew member taking your order when you leave here for lunch? The CEO. He's the furthest away from the customer, right? But he's making the most amount of money. So the closer they are to you, if they're waiting on you, their life could be better, right? And so I'm just gonna ask them, I say, hey, by the way, you planning on doing this forever? You keep your options open. And I just say it with a tad of arrogance, right? Like, you plan on doing this forever? You keeping your options open. And they virtually always say what? Well, I'm keeping my options open. Say, great, write your name and phone number down for me. I might have a chance to give you a call in the next couple weeks. I'm looking for people. That's it. And they do, right? They write it down. What if they're like, well, what is it? Like, it's not this. And they're like, yeah, dog, you're right. Not this. Not this. Okay? And if they're like, well, no, but seriously, I say, never mind. And I just take away, not because I don't want to share it with them, but you're making my Subway sandwich, dude. What do you care what it is? Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. What does it matter to you? There's not many places lower in the food chain than you can go than Cold Cut Trio, right? Okay? So you gotta, so if you're like broke and skeptical, that's a bad combination, right? And you told me all I need to know about what it's gonna be like working with you. Well, what's the sales charge on this mutual fund again? Right, okay? And that's who you're gonna be dealing with, right, okay? So hey, you planning on doing this forever, or you keeping your options open? I'll keep my options open. Great. Do me a favor, write down your name and your phone number. I might have a chance to give you a call in the next couple of weeks. And that's it, right? And what am I doing? Getting the name, getting the number, and what? Putting it on the list, right? And so I'm compiling it, and I'm just getting my daily disciplines, right, to work for me, right? Every day, I said this yesterday, we don't decide our lives, we decide our habits, and our habits decide our lives. So every day, all I did was I made sure that I had a minimum, right, of like 8 or 10 names and numbers coming in through one of those 5 ways. And if I did that, I was good. I was good, and so you will be also, right? There's no such thing as I talked to 30,000 people and I didn't build something here, right? There's no such thing as I talked to 3,000 people and I didn't build something here. There's probably not such a thing as I talked to 300 people face to face and didn't build something here, right? Does that make sense? right? But you say, well, I don't have any people. You talk to the 12 people in your hot market. You're like, I'm out. I'm stone dry. I'm like, what am I going to do now? Right? Okay. And listen, this is the chasm. In our business. This is how your Primerica career is going to look. You will start with talent, pre-existing relationships, goodwill amongst the people that you know very well. Okay? That will only take you so far. To bridge this chasm, you must rely on skill and habit, both of which you choose. They're not anything you were born with. They're not something special or unique to me that you cannot learn and develop. On the other side of skill and habit is what you are all looking for, which is the result. So when I really understood this business, it was like a breath of fresh air. Because anything in my life, right, that I had been good at before, and I'm going to leave you with an idea. I'm going to leave you with an idea I call the theory of 10. Okay? And so if you're looking at anybody who's ultra successful in anything, on a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of their abilities and competencies, if you're going to make big money at anything, sports, acting, business, you name it, you are going to be a 10 to make big money, because the world does not pay for average. Okay? The world does not pay for average. So you're going to be a 10. Okay? Everybody understand that? And in most things in life, you have a certain amount of the 10 that is naturally occurring. So use being an NBA basketball player. Okay? No matter how much I practice, no matter what coaches I get, no matter how much time, maybe basketball, the 10 are earnable through skill, practice, and rehearsing, getting stronger, mental conditioning. But if you aren't born with the 4 that gets you to 6'3", probably, it don't matter. You got a 1 in 100 million shot. Right? Does that make sense? I was a musician. I played music at church. I was good enough to make a living singing and playing guitar. Okay? But in music, like in basketball, if you can't hear tone, I don't care how many singing lessons you get, you still sound like Kenny from South Park. Right, okay? And nobody will pay. They'll pay you to stop, but they won't pay you to perform, right? Right? Okay? So no matter how much you want to, you ever see the guys on American Idol? Right? Okay, you see the guys on American Idol and they're like making fun of them and they think they're good, right? No matter how much effort you put in, only about 5 of the 10 are earnable. And the other 5 have to do with your ability to hear pitch and your muscle control of your vocal cords. And if you don't have a certain occurring level of it, you can earn all your 5, but if you're only a 3 naturally, what's your maximum score? 8, which isn't where you need to be. In Primerica, it's the only thing I've ever seen where you can earn all 10. You can earn all 10. There's nothing you have to come here with. There's nothing that needs to be naturally existing in order for you to develop the skills and the habits that you need to bridge the gap between your talent, where you are now, and the results that you want. It's all learnable, all of it, 100%, all of it. When I learned that and really understood it, it was like a breath of fresh air. It was like a weight came off my shoulder. It was like I found my place because I was willing to do the work. I just didn't want to do the work and come up short because of something I was missing. Right? Does that make sense? Guys, listen, you do the work here, you will not come up short. All 10 of the 10 things that you need to have on that scale of 1 to 10 to be great is learnable, achievable, and habit forming. And you can make that choice. So I hope and pray you take some of the information I've talked to you about today and you get compounding going in your direction and you go talk to a ton of people, because I promise there's people right now praying to meet you. They don't know it's Primerica, they don't know it's you, but they were born to do this business. They were born to do this business, and you were born to find them. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you soon. See you this afternoon.
That was a clinic right there. That was a clinic. Hey, grab your seats, got a few now.